Baruch, Boker Tov, almost Erev Rosh Hashanah, B'ezrat Hashem. Tomorrow night is Rosh Hashanah, so I thought maybe we'll discuss very briefly some of the extra additions that we have in the Tefillah during Asseret Yeme Teshuva, which begins tomorrow night. So it's very important, first and foremost, the Halacha writes that from Rosh Hashanah until Yom Kippurim, one should obviously pray with extra kavanah. And the mechanism, the vehicle that we use for increased kavanah is to make sure we pray out of a sidur. Why? Because there are some additions to the Amida, to the Tefillah, that if someone accidentally forgets or misses out on, they're integral to the Tefillah, and he needs to repeat the entire Tefillah. Which are they? So we'll begin, we're not going to go chronologically, we'll begin with the most important. The two most important additions or amendments to the Tefillah, rather, during Asseret Yeme Teshuva, the weekday Tefillah, are instead of saying in Ata Kadosh, instead of saying Ha'ela Kadosh, we say HaMelech HaKadosh. That's number one. And also in the bracha of Hashiva Shofetenu Kevarishona, instead of saying Melech Ohev Tzedakah Mishpat, we conclude with HaMelech HaMishpat. Both of these, if someone forgot to say them during Asseret Yeme Teshuva, he is obligated to repeat his Amida, to repeat it all over again. Now they're both unique in that if you forget HaMelech HaKadosh, no matter what, you waited a few seconds after HaMelech HaKadosh, you have to go back to the beginning of the Amida, because the first three brachot are considered one section. If it's missing something at the end, you have to restart from the beginning. However, if someone's in their Amida and they said HaMelech Tzedakah Mishpat, and they continued and they realized a few brachot later, oh, I said the wrong one, so long that you did not yet finish your Amida, you go back to that beracha of Hashiva Shofetenu. So they're different, because if you forgot HaMelech HaKadosh, then you have to go back to the beginning of the Amida if you didn't correct yourself within a few seconds. If you forgot HaMelech HaMishpat, even if you're up to Shema Kolenu or up to Modim, so long that you have not yet said Yihud Ratzon and finished the Amida, you go back to Hashiva Shofetenu, to that specific bracha. The reason is because each of the bakashot, even the brachot, are independent. They're not, again, they're one section of bakashot, but each one is viewed independently. So the brachot beforehand aren't any flawed. You have to go back to that bracha that you made a mistake in and continue in order from there. Now, very briefly, there are a few other additions as well. These are important to say, but like we said, if someone forgets them, they don't repeat the Amida. Zocheru l'chaim, that's at the beginning. There's also Michamoch Avarachamim, that's Avarachaman, that's also in the beginning. These two are not integral, meaning if someone forgets them, they don't have to repeat the Tefillah, but you need to be careful, you need to pray with the Sidur, have kavanah to not miss them, because we say them for 10 days only, starting Rosh Hashanah night. It's very important to add them as well. And towards the end of the Tefillah as well, we have in the Val Kulam, Uchtov l'chaim tovim kol ben beitecha, and after Sim Shalom, Sefer Chaim Bercha V'Shalom. And lastly, we say in Amida only, not in the Kadishas, Amida only, Oseh HaShalom Bimromav. These are some of the additions. Those are the 5 additions to the Tefillah. Those, if you mess up, you don't have to go back. The 2 of HaMelech HaKadosh, HaMelech HaMishpat, if someone makes a mistake, they must repeat Amida. So, this long story short, beginning with tomorrow night's Tefillah, pray with the Sidur, pray with Kavanah. B'ezrat Hashem answers all our Tefillot, and only good news for all of Am Yisrael. Chazak u'Baruch.